Viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is A Square Maths Made Easy Academy. Now, in my today's video, we are going to be considering calculations in calculus, part 6. So, first 100 questions. So, if you have not watched my part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5 of my channel, please do so. It will really go a long way. Now, in my today's part 6, I'm going to continue with question number 21. We stopped at question number 20 in part 5. Are you with me now? Now, can we look at this question critically? Let's start with question number 21. Now, watch. The question says, evaluate as x approaches what? 5, the limit of x minus 5 all over square root of x plus 4 minus 3 is dash. So, we want to find the limit of this when x approaches what? 5. Now, what do we do? Can we observe this? Question number 21. Now, the question says we should evaluate limit of x minus 5 all divided by square root of x plus 4 minus 3 as x approaches what? 5. Now, I'm going to solve this particular question in two ways. Now, the first one is using the normal method, and the second one is using the shortcut words method, because it's an objective word question. Now, anytime you are calculating for a limit of a function, the first thing you are going to consider is to know when x approaches. Now, here x approaches what? 5. It then means that the first thing we are going to do here is that anywhere we see x, remove x and introduce what? 5. Now, can we do that? Now, this is now equal to, here is x. The value of x is 5 minus 5. Then all over, I'll have here a square root of, what is x? X is what? 5. Then plus what? 4. Now we have minus 3. Then if we solve this further, you'll be having something like this. 5 minus 5 will give us what? 0. All over. Now to the denominator, 5 plus 4 will give you what? 9. And we have the square root of 9. So I have this as square root of 9 minus 3. So we continue to have 0 all over. Square root of 9 is 3, and 3 minus 3 will give you what? 0. Now, which means anytime you are solving a limit and you encounter 0 over 0, it is indeterminate. It is what? Indeterminate. So indeterminate in the sense that we cannot take the limit of this. If you punch a calculator, it will give you math error. Now, that does not mean that the final answer is what? Indeterminate. That is to say, anytime you are solving a limit and you have 0 over 0, such a limit, number one, is indeterminate. An indeterminate of a limit can be solved what? Further, depending on the nature of the word question. If you observe the question, we have a sort. So, which means since there is sort, what comes to your mind is to conjugate, is to do what? Conjugate. And the sort is at the denominator. So here is minus. So simply means the conjugate of this now should be what? Plus. So we now use the conjugate of the denominator to multiply the numerator and the denominator. That is the next thing. Can we do that now? So we now record the question back. Limit of x minus 5 all over square root of x plus what? 4 minus 3 as x approaches what? 5. Open the bracket and multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Conjugate means to change minus to plus or plus to minus. So what is the conjugate for? Then I will have at the numerator square root of, I have with me x plus 4, it will change to plus what? 3. Then all over the same square root of x plus 4, then plus what? 3. Close the what? Bracket. Now the next thing we are going to do further is to open the bracket. Open the what? Bracket. Now this very particular value, x minus 5 times square root of this, will give us x minus 5 in brackets, then multiply by square root of x plus 4, then plus what? 3, close the what? Bracket, divided by the denominator. Now anytime you are solving this now, since we've conjugated it, what you will do is this. The corresponding values multiply itself. Let's take for instance, this one now is square root of x plus 4 multiplied by square root of x plus 4. The square root will disappear. Then you pick one of the values, which is x plus what? 4. and that is all. Do you remember in sod, if you are given square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2, remember we always say that the answer is what? 2. You pick one of the values, which is what? 2. But if you want to understand exactly what happens here, do you know that square root of 2 times square root of 2 will give us square root of what? 4. And what is the square root of 4? 2. Can you see it now? It is also something like this. Square root of AB multiplied by square root of what? AB. They are the same. The law says you should pick one of the value, which is what? AB. And that is exactly what occurred between two numbers, these two numbers. Are you with me? Then let us continue and know exactly what we are going to get. The next one is to use minus 3 to multiply plus 3. It will give us minus what? 9. Then what do? Can we now say the limit as x approaches what? 5, open bracket x minus 5, open bracket square root of x plus 4, then plus what? 3, close bracket, then all over. Shey, this is x, right? 4 minus 9 will give us minus 5. Are you with me? Can you now see that something is about to happen here? How? X minus 5 at the denominator, we cancel x minus 5 at the numerator. Then we can have the limit now. So what do you think that left? Limit as x approaches what? 5. Then we have open bracket square root of x plus what? 4. Then plus what? 3, close bracket. Can we now substitute what x tends to? Here, when the limit of x tends to 5, what is this particular function? We can now have something like this. Square root of, the limit will disappear. What is x? X is what? 5. Then plus what? 4. Are you with me? Then followed by plus what? 3. Can we continue to have square root of 5 plus 3? 5 plus 4, I mean to say, we give you what? 9. Then plus what? 3. Do we have the square root of 9? What is the square root of 9? It will give me 3, then plus this 3, which means the final answer is what? 6. This is how to solve it using the normal words approach. Then can we now look at the option and know if there is 6? Option A says 2, no. Option B says minus 6, no. Option C says what? 6. Wow, the correct answer in the option is option C. Now, this is exactly how to solve this problem using the normal words method. Can we now go ahead and use the shortcut now? Let's see what we are going to get. Yeah, watch. I will now clean the solutions. So this is the question. Now, what you should observe is this. Since I'm using what? The shortcut method. Please, anytime there is salt at the denominator, what comes to your mind, if there is a sign in between, the first thing is to conjugate. If you conjugate, it becomes tan square root of x plus 4, then it will turn to plus 3. Are you with me? Then all over the same thing, x plus 4, then plus what? 3. Now, how do you think that it will exist? You should know that what will remain is just limit of x minus 5 all over. Now, to this one, you know that once this one, forget about the other ones. Are you with me now? It will disappear. Now, what will happen is this. I want you to observe this. What we have is now the limit of x minus 5, then multiplied, I mean to say, then solved x plus 4 plus 3, close the words bracket. Now, what comes to the denominator is very simple. This one will multiply this to give us x plus what? 4, which means it has disappeared. And this one multiplied this one will give us minus 9 as x approaches what? 5. Are you with me? Now, this is the first step. Can you see that only this line I'm okay? Now, what do you think that will happen? 4 minus 9 will give us minus 5. So, which means this particular value, all of them becomes x minus 5. And it will cancel this and this. So, what remains here is that anywhere we see x, remove it and put the value here. What is x? X is 5, right? Then plus 4, right? 5 plus 4 will give you what? 9. Then what is the square root of 9? It will give you 3. Then plus 3. And what is the answer? 6. This is called shortcut. Now, I want to analyze this again. The best analysis or the best option is just eliminate that value that is at the numerator that is not in a sort form. And only appreciate the one that you have conjugated at the numerator. And that is all. So this is the one that is valuable. Every other ones now are what? Counterfeit. Can you see now? I'll just say it is square root of x plus 4, then plus 5. That is all, without even solving it to this extent. Then what does x tend to? X tends to what? 5. I will now have square root of 5 plus 4, which is 9. And square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 3 will give you what? 6. That is what we call shortcut. Do you understand it? Now let's move to question number 22. What did I say? Question number what? 22. Now, one of the basics in mathematics listening is for you to understand the way it's being solved. That is number one. Then after that, you can now learn the shortcut aspect of it. And that makes life what? Easy. Can we observe number 22? Look up. The question says, find the differential value of x cubed plus x squared y squared minus 8xy plus y raised to power 4 equal to what? 5. At what? 1 comma what? 0. Are you with me? Now, we are looking for the differential what? Value. What do you think that we'll do here? It is very, very simple. Now, what we should do first of all is to bring the question. This is x raised to power 3 plus x raised to power 2 y raised to power 2 minus 8xy then plus y raised to power 4. Everything should be equal to what? 5. And they said at what? 1 comma what? 0. What does this thing signify? It is called that the first value is x and the second value is what? Y. How do we differentiate this? There's what we call differentiation by implicit function. Do you know why? There is a combination of x and y together, and that is why they are what? Implicit. Can we differentiate them one after the other? Let's start with this. Differentiate x raised to the power of 3. Consider the power. What's the power? 3, right? Then bring the question, which is x raised to power 3, and introduce minus 1. I'm done with this. Then plus. Now this one, you should be very careful. It is a product function, which is called differentiation by product rule. Call this u and call this what? V. Then first of all, state the formula. It will go a long way. What is the formula? U dv all over what? Dx plus v du all over what? Dx. Close the what? Bracket. I have not differentiated yet. I will now move over again to have minus what? 8. This is another product function. Call x u and call y what? V. Are you with me? Then apply the formula as well. U dv all over what? Dx. Then plus v du all over what? Dx. Close the what? Bracket. I'm done with this, but I'm not yet differentiated it. Then plus, can we differentiate y? Consider the power. The power is 4, right? I will now write down 4. Repeat the question. Y raised to the power of what? 4. And introduce minus 1 to the what? Power. Remember, we are differentiating y. At this junction, you will put dy all over the x. Do you know why? Y is a function of what? X. I will now say equal to, differentiate a constant. What is the answer? 0. Or you throw it away. Then let's continue with the differentiation because we have not finished this. Are you with me now? Then what do we think that we have here? This is 3x. 3 minus 1 will give you what? 2. Are you there? Then plus, open the what? Bracket. The first value here is u. What is u? U is x squared. I will now write x squared. Then multiplied. Then the second value is v. Differentiate it. I have y squared, right? Can we differentiate it? Consider the power. What's the power? 2. Then repeat the question, which is y raised to the power of 2 minus 1. At the end, we are going to have 2y. 2 minus 1 will give you 1. Remember to put dy dx. So which means y squared, what is the answer? 2y, then dy all over what? Dx. Are you with me? Then if you continue, what is here? Here is plus, right? Next thing is to put v constant. What is v? Y squared. And differentiate what? U. U is x squared. What is the answer? This is x squared, right? Consider the power. What's the power? 2. Repeat the question. X raised to power 2 and minus by 1. So at the end, we'll be having 2x all raised to power of 1, which is 2 what? X. I will now write here as what? 2x. Are you with me? Then close the what? Bracket. We are done with this. Then the next thing we are going to do here is to move to the second one, which is minus 8. Open the what? Bracket. Let's start with u. What's the value of u? U is x. Put x what? Constant. Dot. Then differentiate v, which is y. If you differentiate y, it will give you 1. Remember to put the y all over what? The x. 1 times dy dx will simply give you dy all over what? The x. Are you with me? Then the next thing is to add. After that, what is the next thing? V. Do we know the value of v? Yes, v is what? Y. Then differentiate what? X. If you differentiate x, the answer is what? 1. So I'll put 1 here times y will still give me y. Then close the brackets. So what do you think that we have here again? I will now say 4y raised to the power of 4 minus 1 will give you 3, right? Then dy all over what? Dx. Everything should be equal to what? 0. Can we now open the bracket? So this is now 3x raised to power 2. Are you there? Plus x squared times 2y dy dx will give me 2y x squared dy all over what? Dx. Then now we add. Now y squared times 2x will give me 2x. Then y squared. Are you with me? Then what about this? Minus 8 times x will give me minus 8 what? X. Followed by dy all over what? Dx. Then this one again, which is minus 8 times plus y, will give me minus 8 what? Y. Then lastly, I have plus. Here with me is 4y to power 3 dy all over what? Dx. Everything should be equal to what? 0. Am I communicating? Now, what do you think that will happen next? The next thing we are going to do, all the ones that has no dy dx will move to the right. Then to the left, we factor dy dx out. Are you with me? And appreciate the values. Open the what? Bracket. Here there is dy dx. Factor it out. What do you think that is remaining? 2y x raised to power 2. Then there is dy dx here. What do you think that is remaining? Minus 8 what? X. Then there is dy dx here. What do you think that is remaining? Plus what? 4y raised to the power of 3. Close the what? Bracket. Then to the right, all the ones that has no dy dx, take it to the right. Let's start with this one. 3x squared will move over to give you minus 3x squared. Are you with me? Then again, this one, which is plus, will move over. It will give you minus 2xy squared. And finally, minus 8y will move over to give you plus what? 8y. Have you seen that we have already seen the answer? What do you think that we'll do? We'll try to make dy dx subject of the formula. Are you ready now? We are watch. So I will divide everything by the coefficient, which is this. So that I will be having dy all over what? Dx is now equal to this very particular, which is minus 3x squared, minus 3 what? X squared, minus 2x, then y squared, plus 8y, divided by this, because we divide everything by this, everything by that. Are you with me now? So what do you write at the denominator? 2y x squared, then followed by minus 8 what? X, then plus 4y raised to the power of what? 3. This could have been the final answer. Are you with me now? But do you know that they gave us at a point 1 and what? 0. It means that x is 1 and y is what? 0. Can we substitute? So that we can have the y over what? Dx. Now what is x? X is 1, right? I will now say minus 3. Open bracket 1 square will give me 1. Then minus. Now here now is 2, right? Open bracket. What is x? 1. Then what is y? 0. 0 square is what? 0. Then plus 8, right? What is y? 0. Divided by the denominator. This is 2 brackets. What is y? 0. What is x? 1. And 1 squared is 1. Minus 8. Open bracket. What is x? 1. Then plus 4. Open bracket. What is y? 0. 0 raised to power 3 will give you what? 0. Let's look at what is remaining now. Now, minus 3 times 1 will give us minus 3. Are you with me? This one will disappear. Do you know why? When 0 multiply or it becomes nothing. This one also will disappear. This one also will disappear because there is 0. This one also will disappear. Then remaining minus 8 times 1, which is minus what? 8. Finally, minus will cancel minus. What is the answer? 3 over what? 8. And that is all. Can we now observe the options? Option A says 1 over 5. No. Option B says 3 over 5. No. option C says minus 3 over 8. No. Then option D says 3 over 8. So which means the correct answer is option what? D. Are you with me now? So gentlemen and ladies, this is how to solve it using what we call the normal words method. But my target now is to use shortcut. So because it is an objective word question. Now let us see what will happen here. I want you to watch. What is the question? Look up. All you need to do, look at the question. Equate everything here to be equal to 0. So that we have, using shortcut. What is the question? X raised to power 3 plus x squared y squared minus 8xy. Then plus y raised to power 4. And when 5 move over this way, it becomes minus 5. Everything should be equal to what? 0. Are you with me now? Now let us differentiate. So we are going to have dy all over what? Dx. Look up everyone. When you are differentiating the numerator, remember it is only x that it will be affected. And how will it affect only x? But first thing you are going to consider, it must always introduce incurred minus. It's constant. Minus must appear front. Then let me open the bracket. Can we differentiate x now? So this is the first one. Differentiate x raised to power 3. I have taught you. What is the answer? 3x raised to the power of 2. How? 3 times x will give you 3x, right? Then 3 minus 1 should give you 2. I am done with this. Then plus, I have seen x here, but this one will remain constant. So what I'm going to differentiate only is x squared. What is the derivative of x squared? It will give me 2 what? X. Then y squared remains what? Constant. Are you with me? Then I have minus. Look up again. I will differentiate what? 8x. If you differentiate x, it will give you 1. So 1 times y is y. So what remains is minus 8y. I am done with the numerator. Close the what? Brackets. Are you with me now? So the next thing again we are going to do, look up, is to go down to the denominator. I've thrown this one away because it's a constant. I will now introduce all over. And now go for y. Y is always appeared at the denominator. Now let's go. Is there y here? No. Reject it. Is there y here? Yes. So differentiate y squared. What is y squared? 2 what? Y. Then keep x squared constant. Then I have with me minus. Is there y here? Yes. What? Differentiate y. Y is 1. 1 times minus 8x will give us minus 8 what? X. Are you with me now? Then finally, do we have y here? Yes. Differentiate it. What is the answer? Plus what? 4 times y is 4y raised to power 4 minus 1, which is what? 3. Are you with me now? I am done. This is what we call shortcut. Permit me now to open the bracket. I will be having dy over dx as this times this will give me minus 3x squared. Minus times plus is minus 2x y squared. Minus times minus will give me plus 8 what? Y. Divided by the denominator. What is it? 2y x squared minus 8x plus 4y cubed. That is the final answer using shortcut. Are you with me? Now let us equate this with what we saw using the normal method. What is here? Minus 3x squared. Minus 3 what? X squared. What is here? Minus 2xy squared. What is here? Minus 2xy squared. What is here? Plus 8y and plus what? 8y. Can we move to the denominator? What is here? 2y squared. 2y squared. What is here? Minus 8x minus 8x. What is here? Plus 4y to power 3 plus 4y to power 3. Do you understand? But it is not yet over because they have given us the value of x and y. X is 1 and y is 0. So anywhere there is y, throw it away. Are you with me now? Then I'm going to have something like this. This is y, x. X is 1. 1 squared should give you what? 1. 1 times minus 3 is minus 3. Are you with me? Now there is x, y here, forget it. There is y here, forget it. There is y here, forget it. Another one is x is 1. Minus 8 times 1 will give you over minus what? 8. And there is y here, forget. Finally, minus will cancel what? Minus. What is the answer? 3 over what? 8. Can you see it has given you the same? Now my advice for those of you that are going for objective question, when you encounter this kind of problem, please work it like this. Why for those that are writing theory, work it like this. Can you see it is clear? Now can we quickly move to question number 23? What did I say? Question number what? 23. Question number 20 what? 3. Now I want you to know that Maths is very simple. You can do it. It's all matter of determination. Now, but watch. If you want to know more about this calculation in calculus, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please make sure you comment and make sure you share. Are you with me now? And don't forget to study part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and part 5 of this, because this one is part 6. Can we continue? Look at this one. It is not objective. The question says differentiate from first word principle. Y equal to x raised to power word 4. Oh my goodness. Look at it. Question number 23. We should differentiate this using first word principle. Am I communicating now? Now what do you do? Very simple. What you're going to do is to apply the rule of first principle. But before I differentiate this by first principle, permit me to use the general method first. It will help me to know if I'm right or wrong. Remember, if I'm to differentiate x raised to power 4, first of all, I will consider the power. What's the power of 4? Repeat the question, which is x to power 4, and introduce minus 1. So the final answer is 4x raised to power 3. That is all using the normal method. But this one is first word principle. Let us approach it and know whether we can get exactly what we got here. Are you with me now? Can we do it? We have watch. What is the first thing? Anywhere you see y, add big dy. Add what? Big dy to the left. Then I move to the right. Then this is x, right? Then add big dx. Everything should be in bracket. All raised to the power of what? 4. That is the first thing. Are you with me now? Then the second thing is to make dy subject of the formula. So which means I will cross y to the right hand side, leaving only dy equal to x plus what? Dx. All raised to the power of 4. If y should move over, it becomes minus y. Are you with me? Now, what do you think that will happen again? I want to expand x plus dx raised to power 4 first and substitute for y, because y is already given, right? Let's substitute for y first. How? dy is now equal to x plus dx all raised to power 4, then minus y. What is the value of y? Look at it. X raised to power what? 4. Do you understand? What do you think that will happen next? Expand this thing how many times? 4 what times? What does it mean? X plus dx, x plus dx, x plus dx, x plus dx. Into how many places? 4. But I don't want to use that. I want to use what we call, I want to expand. Are you with me? Using binomial theorem expansion. Using binomial what? Theorem. Are you with me now? Expansion. And that is what I want to expand with. Oh yeah, let's go. I will start with x plus dx, all raised to the power of 4. Now, what is the law? I want to teach you. Before I expand this, look up everybody. I want you to understand something here. Somebody that invented this law, and the law is called Pascal triangle. It's called what? Pascal what? Triangle. What the person did, he was able to call this variable, that's the first thing, and was able to call this coefficient. Are you with me now? Now, what do we want to do? We want to know exactly the powers of this value. The man started with x plus y and raised it to the power of what? 0. And you know that by the law of indices, anything raised to power 0 is 1. Are you with me? So which means the coefficient power 0 is always what? 1. Then the Pascal increase it again to power 1 from 0 to 1. Are you with me? I want you to observe something here. Here the coefficient of x is 1. I will consider here as 1. Then the coefficient of y is also 1. I will extend a little bit and consider it as 1. Now, can you observe something here? If they ask you, what is the coefficient power of x plus y to the power of 1? Just tell them the coefficient is 1 on 1. If it is to power 0, what is the coefficient? 1. Pascal did not stop there. He moved raised to the power of 2. Are you with me? The law is that it must start with 1 and ends with 1. Can we now extend a little here? This is 1. Are you with me now? Then for us to get the next term, you add these two terms. I'm introducing you a new topic called Pascal word triangle. So you have to add this now. 1 plus 1 will give you 2. Are you with me? Nothing to add again. What do? You end it with what? 1. So which means if they ask you, what is the coefficient power 2 of binomial theorem expansion? The answer is what? 1, 2, 1. Can we now extend it again to power 3? Do you know why we are doing that? Because our expansion is to power 4. Are you with me? Now let's go. It will start with 1 again. Start here. Then add these two terms. 1 plus 2 will give you what? 3. Then add these 2 times again. 2 plus 1 will also give you what? 3. Nothing to add again, you end it with what? 1. In the exam, if they ask you, what is the coefficient power 3? What is the answer? 1331. What did I say? 1331. Then Pascal now move forward to x plus y raised to the power of 4. It must start with what? 1. In between is what? 4. How? 1 plus 3 is 4, right? In between is 3 plus 3, which is what? 6. In between is 3 plus 1, which is what? 4. And you end it with what? 1. Can you see that now the coefficient of power 4, if they ask you, is 14641. With power 4, you can generate power 5. With power 5, you can generate power 6. Am I communicating? Now, why are we doing this? It's because of this binomial theory what? Expansion. So, which means the coefficient power 4 is always what? 14641. Now, let's go back to the expansion. Hope you understood what I did. I want you in your own convenient time to find the coefficient power 5, power 6, power 7, power 8, and stop at power what? 10, and see what you will get. At the end, do you know why it is called Pascal triangle? The name of the person that invented this concept is called Pascal. But because the structure now is in a triangular form like this, are you with me now? Like this. The man now postulated a theorem because his name is Pascal and the structure of the coefficient is in triangular form. He now postulated a theorem and called it Pascal what? Triangle. Do you understand? So it is not yet over. I want you to understand something here. Now watch this. Since we know that the coefficient power 4 is 14641 what? 1. Are you with me now? Then let's expand this problem. Can we go now? Can we go now? All right, here we go. Now let us expand it now. Now, what does Pascal say? Look up. This is called the first term. This is called the second term. And the law is this. Every first term decrease and every second term what? Increase. Now, if the first term is decreasing, which means it will start from the highest power. And if the second term is increasing, it will start with 0. Can we expand? I start with x, right? In brackets. Next is the x. I will start with x. In bracket, raised to the power of 4. Are you with me now? And this one is increasing. It becomes the x all raised to power what? 0. I will now add. Decrease this one. X raised to the power of 3. Increase this one. The x raised to the power of what? 1. I will add. Decrease this one. X raised to the power of 2. Increase this one. The x raised to the power of 2. Then I will do what? Add. Decrease this one. X raised to the power of 1. Increase this one, the x raised to the power of 3. Then I will add. Finally, decrease this one, x raised to the power of what? 0. Then increase this one, the x raised to the power of what? 4. Now the equation is balanced. What do you think that will happen here? I want you to watch. This first will multiply with the first. The second will multiply with the second. The third will multiply with the third. The fourth will multiply with the fourth. And the fifth will multiply with the fifth. Can we do that now? That is to say, x plus the x, all raised to the power of 4, is now equal to, by the law of indices, anything raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times x to power 4 is x to power 4, right? Then multiply by the first number, which is 1. 1 times x raised to power 4 will give you x raised to power 4. Have I made myself clear? Now the second will multiply with the second. This is plus, right? I will now say 4 times this will give me 4x raised to the power of what? 3. Followed by the x. Followed by what? The x. Then the third one will multiply with the third one. I will now add. 6 times x squared will give us 6x squared followed by the x, all what? Squared. Are you with me? Then the fourth one here will multiply with the fourth one, which is 4 times x will give me 4 what? X followed by the x, all raised to the power of what? 3. Finally, anything raised to power 0 is 1, right? So 1 times this is 1 times this will give us the x all raised to the power of 4. And that is what we call binomial theory what? Expansion. Do you now understand it? Now life is easy. What do you think that we will do? We will now go back to dy dx. First principle. And substitute for this. Everything here is expanded like this. Are you with me? Oh yeah, here we go. So here we go. Now what do we do here? Watch. I will now start from here. Recall we said that dy is equal to x plus dx, all raised to the power of 4 minus what? X raised to the power of 4. Can I say dy is, now the whole of this has been expanded. Look at it here. I will now write x to power 4 plus what? 4x to power 3 followed by dx. Are you with me? Then plus, next is what? 6x raised to power 2, then dx to the power of what? 2. Then I will add. Next is what? 4 what? X bracket dx all raised to power what? 3. Then finally on that is what? Plus what? Dx all raised to the power of 4. Then minus, what is here? X raised to power what? 4. Do you know that x to power 4 here we cancel minus x to power 4. What is the next thing? Divide through by what? Dx. I will divide this by dx and say dy all over what? Dx. Then equal to, divide this also, 4x to power 3 dx still over what? Dx. Then plus, here is 6x raised to power 2 over dx squared still all over what? Dx. Plus 4 what? X open bracket dx all raised to power 3 still over what? Dx. Then plus, watch this one, dx raised to the power of 4 still all over what? Dx. The final thing is to take the limit of left and the limit of the right. As x approach, the x approaches what? 0. Watch. I will now say limit of dy all over what? Dx. As the x approaches what? 0 is now equal to limit as the x approaches what? 0. Open the bracket. Dx here we cancel dx here. What remains is 4x raised to the power of 3 plus one of the x here we cancel 1 here. It will remain 6x squared followed by dx. Then plus one of the x we cancel one of the x here. It will remain 4x followed by dx all raised to the power of 2. Are you with me now? Then plus one of the x we cancel 1. It will remain dx all raised to the power of 3. Close the what? Bracket. Finally, we can now have the limit. When you limit the big dy over big dx, as the x approaches 0, it will give you small dy all over small what? Dx, which is now equal to. Then to the right, anywhere you see dx, remember it approaches what? 0. You neglect it. Now let's start. There is no dx here except 4x raised to power what? 3. Oh my goodness, that is dx. Dx tends to what? 0. This times this will still give you 0. It's off. Here there is dx. Dx tends to what? 0. 0 times 0 squared is 0. Times it still give you 0. Here there is what? Dx. Identify it as what? 0. 0 raised to power 3 will give you 0. Can you see that the final answer is 4x raised to the power of what? 3. Then the question is, does it correspond with the general formula? Oh yes. Now this is what we call differentiation by what? First principle. Now for those who are going for theory, I want you to learn this very well. Then the final one for today is question number 24. Are you ready? Question number 24. What did I say? Question number 24. Now let us solve number 24. Now look at the question. The question says find the area bounded by y equal to integral of x minus 1 close bracket dx all raised to power 4 dx. When you talk about area bounded, what comes to your mind is definite integration. That is another name for definite integration. Area bounded. Are you with me? When you hear the word area bounded and there is no integration symbol, know that that particular question is integration. And that type of integration is called what? Definite what? Integration. Are you with me now? I forgot the value bounded is given in the question. Upper limit is 0 and upper limit is 1 and lower limit is what? 0. So confirm it now. I say upper limit is 1 and the lower limit is 0 in the question. Can we go ahead now? We want to find the area of y. Integral bracket x minus 1 raised to the power of 4 under what? Dx. Bounded by 1 and what? 0. Now be careful. Can I use the normal shortcut first? Let me use shortcut. Now this is x minus 1 raised to the power of what? 4. Remember that this particular thing means you should expand it. How many times? 4 times. It will take us a long period of time by the time we open the brackets. But there is a shortcut. And that shortcut is what we call integration by substitution.